Respected Siddha Purushas, Sadhakas, Yogi Pungavas, Jignasus, Jnanis, Bhaktas, Mumukshus, Paramadbhuta, Shishyas of the entire Guru Parampara, welcome for our one more day of being together in studying our Adbhuta Shastras. See how much our mind intellect earlier were so much rejecting and disliking, hating this class satsang, as we are finding little taste, importance, value of it, little by little that disliking is replaced by liking. This is a breakthrough. Some more time when we continue listening and understanding and unbiased way, honestly seeing the importance, glory, utility of this knowledge, our own innocent mind intellect, because they are given such a good khorak food, they start liking, loving. Then they start cooperating. Once in our life, we get the cooperation of our own mind and intellect for spirituality. Maximum of the problem is sorted, solved out. Bas. Nowadays, the senses, body, mind together, they refuse, reject because of their eating the junk food of the worldliness from so many lives. Now we are slowly giving the taste, like for a drinks and drugs addict, slowly with his conscious or unconscious way, changing that habit of that negative to taking positive things. Let us say in that way. Some more time when we do, the taste comes. But the condition is don't expose to the worldliness. वो तो फिर वहाँ छोड़ ही देना चाहिए. As we told 2599 times, if you go into the world appears to be tasty. Don't ask why, it is Maya. So too, when we go for the spirituality gives taste. Tasty it looks. Don't ask why, because spirituality is about the Ananda Sarupa Atma only. And as we go into the world appears tasty because we are away from the spirituality. Spirituality appears to be far off. Like the Indians educated in Western style, staying in the foreign countries, getting accustomed to all those customs and so much, slowly they become alien to the Indian culture. That you tell them, remove the shoe for eating food, even they don't like it. Wash your hands, they don't like. Eat with hand, no, we want a spoon. See how much that within few years of getting exposed to the other things, they start refusing, doubting, fighting, arguing with our own spiritual traditional customs. Do pranams to grandfather. Why I should do every time? He can also do. Is it not? Go and do pranam to the God. Which God? What God? He let him come in front of me and I have some questions to ask him. If he answers, then I will do pranam to him. If he fails, he should do to me. He says, मैं यहीं से करूँगा. I will not come. Is it not? I'll ask him all questions about differences in the world, why the wars are happening, all of that. And the young minds which are exposed to all nonsensic materialism, having no touch and taste of spiritual beauty, they have such a reckless way of interaction. In the same way, when we become into the worldliness, spirituality we question only, we can't. Because उसका वो आदत होता है बस. So to, for few years, few lives, when we are only to the spirituality, then the beauty, taste of all that comes. Yet, till the ultimate is reached, we cannot again take the worldliness for granted. Because as in the beginning of creation, per se for the Jiva, as we are studying in our Aitariya Upanishad, When Paramatma entered through the cranium, he entered with all noble idea only that by being a Sakshi only I will become Bhokta for all the karma and karma phala of all the Indriyas. But then देखते देखते तो आदत हो गया, he became Jiva. Is it not? Now for thousands of lives he has suffered. Now realizing it, he is slowly trying to come out of it, for which again thousands lives it takes to come out. Is it not? There's a beautiful uh, three sutras, I think, or two sutras in our Narada Bhakti Sutra. What is it? Dussangaha sarvatha eva tyajyaha. Okay? दुस्संग को हमेशा छोड़ना चाहिए. Why? काम क्रोध लोभ मोह स्मृति भ्रंश बुद्धिनाश सर्वनाश कारणत्वात्. देखो कितना क्लियरली वहाँ. I think we have studied Bhakti Sutras or we have to study it. I think we can do that after doing some 10 12 stotras in our Hindi. After this Bhagavatam, नारद भक्त सूत्र लगाएंगे. 84 सूत्र है यार, 88 या 86 whatever. So every day 5 we can do 10-15 days. So Dussangaha Sarvatha Eva. Sarvatha means by all means, for all reasons, at all places, timings, we should just to do the Tyaga of Dussanga. Why? Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Smriti, Bhramsha, Buddhinasha, Sarvanasha Karanatvat. How the next sutra is interesting because the small little traces of these Durgunas, either they are there very cornerly there, or when we take it for granted, हाँ एक बार ही जाएंगे या करेंगे, then what will happen? That third sutra says कि they in the beginning these Durgunas are like a small ripple in the beginning, but देखते देखते या बिना देखते देखते when we involve in that, it becomes such a tsunami or tufan or that floods etc. cyclone. Other than getting drowned and lost in it, we can't protect ourselves. The sutra is tarangaita api, though they are like a small taranga sangat. The more we go on having the sangha with this sangha and all this bhogadi, sangat samudrayanti. They become as big as samudra to drown us. Just like center of samudra, hum gir gaye. There's no other way. It's only question of time for our destruction. So that is why the care we have to take it is not going again towards that place where all these are there. In that way, getting taste in the spirituality, getting the depth in bhakti, jnana, yoga, viveka, vairagya, shama, dhamma. There is every moment, every day, that is Dashahara and Deepavali. Because we are so pure, we have discovered the purity, we have discovered the oneness, we have discovered the divinity, we have discovered the self. और क्या चाहिए बताओ? So to equip ourselves in this way in all these knowledges and practices, that we are here to study our Shastras. And from last 4 years, around 6,000 classes we have done. Recorded means in the YouTube there are 5,450. Unrecorded at least 1,000 will be there. Because earlier we have done on Skype and just on that Skype. Yeah. Anyway, so in among them we have started Bhagavatam. We have done one round completely from Mahatmya to Mahatmya. Again we started from the sixth Skandha of Rudrasura Charitra, seventh then Prahlada Charitra, eighth the six great avatars in that. Then we saw ninth Rama avatar. We thought why not tenth do exhaustively. Almost less more than 110 days we are doing. Means before that only, but 110 days back, the total Bhagavat was over. Now 10th alone exclusively we were doing. While doing so, every shloka, some chapters being very meaningful and deep, spending lots of time we have done. Yesterday we have concluded our penultimate 89th chapter. Now, today we will be beginning the 90th chapter, the last one of this Dashama Skandha. In this Dashama Skandha, uh, the two main topics that are covered are, first one is Bhagavan Krishna's beautiful enjoyments, Leelas, in that Dwaraka with all his wives, etc. Why that is? Because देखो इतना मेहनत की है भगवान, whole life he has done सेवा, so much दुष्ट शिक्षण शिष्ट रक्षण, यार थोड़ा तो हॉलीडे बनता है कि नहीं है? So in the last chapter, some enjoyment of him is given along with the final portion of the Leela Mahatmya, then Dashamaskandha Mahatmya. And if we do the Adhyanam of this Dashamaskandha, what phala comes to us, that is given to us. Mind you, Dashamaskandha is full of Krishna Leelas. But that doesn't end Krishna Avatara. Krishna Avatara goes up to the end of Ekadasha Skandha, 30th, 31st chapter. In this 11th Skandha, whole thing is nothing but for Bhagavan Krishna's teachings of all Jnana to Uddhavaji, especially from 4th or 5th chapter up to 28th, 29th. The last two chapters, the Yadavas fighting mutually, everybody going away, even Lord Krishna also leaves. So this is how the 11th skandha, which 500 days we studied. So we will not do that because it is there all recorded. You can listen. That means this chapter having 50 slokas, the 90th one, it will take 2 days, maximum 3. Today, tomorrow, day after. Maybe kali ho jaye. We'll be done with our Bhagavat Mahapuranam. So just feel that joy of doing it, then mentally offer everything at the feet of Bhagavan Krishna and all Bhagavat avatars, Rishi Munis Acharyas, praying to them only to give us the ability for Projita Kaitava Paramadharma Bhyasa, so to Parama Satyam Dhimahi. So to these for these two. So to भगवान सर्वात्मा ईश्वरो हरि श्रोतव्य कीर्तव्य ध्येय पूज्य नित्यदा और केनापि उपायेन मनः कृष्णे निवेशयेतु. सो इसके लिए प्रार्थना करते हुए all these we can offer at the feet of the Lord for the welfare of the whole universe spiritually. From now onwards, every satsang we do, the phala of it, whether we do the sankalpa or not, inevitably will go for the universal adhyatmika pragati, for the whole universe's spiritual unfoldment. And the rest of about ours, the Lord only will take care. There is nothing for us to gain or achieve now. Once we know the spiritual clarity, बस वही कथा करते करते भगवान से एक हो जाना है तो हो ही जाएंगे. हमें ना क्या लेना देना है. So, but these gathas, all of them, generate lot of tapa shakti and punya. We just offer it to the whole universe's adhyatmika pragati. Whole universe. No doubt at all. That proves how much we are rising above our own individuality, ego, and embracing, identifying the entire universe. अगर हम ब्रह्म विद्या पढ़ रहे हैं तो पूरा विश्व ब्रह्म का ही स्वरूप है, तो विश्व का पूरा हमारा एकत्व होना चाहिए. इसलिए जितना अब तक अपने एकता, अपने एक का साधना का ख्याल था, हमें पूरा विश्व का ख्याल होना चाहिए. That is how we just change our track from loop line to main line. Suddenly we eject out of individuality. That is called moksha. It's called miracle. It just happens. So let us allow it to happen by offering everything for the totality. Clear? Then we do our Adhyatma Ramayanam. Only 2 or 3 slokas we see in which Bhagavan Rama giving Atma Lakshanas. So Adhyasa is told, the way of coming out of Adhyasa is being with the Guru and studying with him the Mahavakya and doing Manana Chintana, and in the heat of that knowledge burning away the Adhyasa and entering into Atmavastu. Other Atma Swarupa Lakshana are given in those 2 shlokas. That is enough for the day today. 10 minute 15 minute jitna bhi lage. Then we do our I think 500 to 600 or 400 to 500. Our mother's Lalita Bala Tripura Sundari Sahasranamavali. Then 1 or 2 stotrams we do. This is our schedule agenda today. Let us start the last chapter with all the joy as well as pain, because भागवत हो गया तो पता नहीं, है ना, जैसे रामायण खत्म हो गया, अगेन वी नेवर वेंट टू इट फ्रॉम लास्ट 450 days, बट अदर रामायण वी आर स्टडिंग है ना, 474 days, 26 days हो गया, तो हमारा अध्यात्म रामायण का भी 500 हो जाएगा। ओम 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 सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम सच्चिदानंदरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रय विनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः। जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतश्च अर्थेष्वभिज्ञस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदाय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि। धर्मः प्रोज्झितकैतवोऽत्र परमो निर्मत्सराणां सतां वेद्यं वास्तवमत्र वस्तु शिवदं तापत्रयोन्मूलनं। श्रीमद्भागवते महामुनिकृते किं वा परैरीश्वरः सद्यो हृद्यवरुध्यतेऽत्र कृतिभिः शुश्रूषुभिस्तत्क्षणात् नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश हस्तचरणश्रवण त्वगादीन प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं। समस्त देवताभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो ब्राह्मणेभ्यो आचार्येभ्यो भक्तेभ्यो साधुभ्यो साधकेभ्यो तीर्थेभ्यो क्षेत्रेभ्यो नदीनदेभ्यो शास्त्रेभ्यो नमः। ओम श्री परब्रह्मणे महाविष्णवे ब्रह्मणे सनकादिमुनिभ्यो नारदाय वेदव्यासाय सुगब्रह्मर्षये सूतमहामुनये शौनकादिऋषिभ्यो वैशम्पायनादिऋषिभ्यो अत्र्यादिऋषिभ्यो मत्स्यादेवतारेभ्यो प्रह्लादादिभक्तजनेभ्यो आदित्यादि नवग्रह देवताभ्यो श्री दक्षिणामूर्ति दत्तात्रेय हयग्रीवादिगुरुभ्यो आदिपराशक्तिमात्रे मातापितृ देवताभ्यो आद्य शंकराचार्यादिगुरुभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमो नमः। ओम श्री कृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः। तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधसिद्ध्यर्थं पुराणेतिहासोक्त भगवद्भागवत ऋषिमुनिगुरुदेवता दर्शनानुग्रह प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातन धर्म से वैदिक संस्कृतेः पुनरुत्थान पुनर्जागरण विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति द्वारा विश्व शांति विश्व कल्याण विश्व एकता विश्व पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थमस्मिन् धर्म संस्थापन कार्ये निश्चित अस्माकं सह समस्त भक्त साधक सेवक उपासक जिज्ञासूनां समस्त शक्ति साधना संपदा सानुकूल्यता प्राप्ति द्वारा बाह्य अभ्यंतर शत्रु विघ्न निर्मूलन द्वारा धर्म संस्थापन कार्ये दिग्विजयार्थं श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराण शास्त्रस्य दशमस्कन्धस्य अन्तिमध्यायस्य पारायणम् अध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमहं प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यम्। ओम समस्त देवताभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो ब्राह्मणेभ्यो आचार्येभ्यो भक्तेभ्यो साधुभ्यो साधकेभ्यो तीर्थेभ्यो क्षेत्रेभ्यो नदीनदेभ्यो शास्त्रेभ्यो नमः। परब्रह्मणे महाविष्णवे ब्रह्मणे सनकादिमुनिभ्यो नारदाय वेदव्यासाय आद्यशंकर समस्त गुरुभ्यो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रीकृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणं दशमस्कन्धः उत्तरार्धः अथ नवतितमोऽध्यायः श्रीशुक उवाच. So, 90th chapter. Come to this. Before that, just 1 or 4 5 minutes, the discussion of the earlier chapter, where Arjuna failed with all his powers to save the child, the 10th one from of the Brahmana. Then he wanted to commit Agni Pravesha because of his pratigna. Krishna Bhagavan said, I will show you. Then both of them, you have seen that journey of crossing Sapta Dvipa, Sapta Samudra, Sapta Pahad, all of that, then that Andhakara Loka, then well, Roshniwala Loka, then Jala Loka, and in that deeply, that Divya Bhavana, in that Bhagavan, Ananta is unki godi mein Bhagavan Narayana. So we were saying yesterday, such lokas are there. Paramatma expresses in these uncountable forms in so many ways. So respect, revere all as his expression. What about us? In that entire universal expression of Lord, we are a tiny speck, insignificant, small little individuality. Knowing this, the more we become egoless, the lighter becomes our heart. Lighter the heart, in the heart, the light of devotion, the light of knowledge, lightly, easily, effortlessly comes. We enjoy that. Then Bhagavan, Arjuna, they bring all the children. There Bhagavan says, quickly you finish the work and you will come to me. He did not say you will come to me. You will come, you must come. He did not say you will come, he said. I just reminded you, for that you only I called. So, by this, the Yoga Shakti of Arjuna, the Yoga Shakti of Krishna, Tapa Shakti of them, they being Naranarayana, they are there for Dharma Samstapana, and all those great, grand, glorious Leelas of Dushta Shikshana, Shishta Rakshana, Dharma Samrakshana they have done. First, in all these things, strong faith should develop. Then, what is the essence of that? Essence of that is what? If we are Shishta Purusha, if we are living the life of Dharma and doing its Rakshana, Lord comes to save us. First, to save from all the Dushta Rakshasas. Then, save from our own distractions or falterings, if at all there were, which are obstructing our evolution. Third, the final saving the Bhagavan does when we are Shishta Purushas and Dharma Samrakshakas is he lifts our attention to the truth, to the reality, makes us realize that ultimate truth, and in that way he does our rakshana. If we are Shishta and if we are that way Dharma Paripalakas, having faith in this Bhagavan, in this way we live that life. ये पाठ हमको इसमें से गंभीरता से सीखना है. Is it not now the buddhi, because it has habituated to learn all the computers, technologies, and use them and get the money and buy things and indulge and sleep like donkey. उसके लिए जो आदत हो गई आजकल की बुद्धि, उसको शास्त्रों में एक्सपोज करके उनका रुचि वगैरह देना बहुत मुश्किल टाइम लगता है. Just like the modern girls, they have lost their love for mother, father, lost in their study, jobs, and money and enjoyment. Mother, father only they don't love. When they get married and go to in-laws, do you think they will even care them? Next day only they tell the husband, मैं दूसरी जगह जा रही हूँ, आना है तो आजा, नहीं तो stay with your parents. And to that totally misguided, destroyed mind intellect of that girl, how to tell her the gratitude to be expressed to parents for taking care, gratitude to the in-laws for giving her son, their son as a husband. हम कैसे घुसा है उस लड़की के दिमाग में? डू यू थिंक इट इज इजी? So too the youngsters who are habituated to the technology, the entertainment, the internets and all. अरे छोड़, थोड़ा भजन कर, थोड़ा कीर्तन कर, जप कर, थोड़ा देश सेवा कर, धर्म सेवा कर. How tough it is to tell them. Next to impossible only. In the same way, to our minds also, the glory of spirituality बताने में बहुत टाइम लगता है. इसलिए बहुत बार शास्त्र सुनते 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 ही धीरे धीरे that enters. No, you understand why? Not you and me. But the Lord is making us do the study of big textbooks for long time. है ना? More than 1300 days or 1218 days, 1220 days today, Barabis for the Bhagavata. 500 days, 600. Why Bhagavan making us do? Then only slowly the imprints of spirituality start happening in our heart, which is not final, not guaranteed. Again, leave the class for 10 days, go to the world. All the worldly vasanas overpower, entire spirituality is forgotten. Ask those who are irregular now, stopped coming to our classes. That bunch of 7 8 people are there. No, confidentially pucho. Don't ask them to come to class. Just like that, how is your life? Truly tell. Just I want to know. Because you left the class and you are enjoying life so much. I also am fed up of this useless Swami. I also want to enjoy it. Just tell me what is the first technique you adapted to get escaped from this clutch and jaw of the Swami and enjoying your life. ऐसा पूछो उनको. They will joyfully tell you. Then final question is what? Now tell what's the position of your mind, your day schedule, where you are involved in. They definitely say with all एक्से हाँ सुबह हम आधा घंटा पूजा कर रहे हैं, दिन में थोड़ा पाठ कर रहे हैं, शाम को ऐसे कोई लोगों के साथ बैठ के कुछ पाठ करते हैं. Excitingly they say. Then you ask, but then are you getting what we were getting in the class? Every day sufficient dose of so much of knowledge of the Shastras. You can see their face. Then finally you tell, should I also leave the class and come? दे विल से नो 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 हम तो गलती कर दी अभी सर उठा नहीं सकते जाके बैठ सकते नहीं therefore we are not coming you तो continue they will tell and you can tell them no Swami is waiting for you you can come back study is going on he has nothing of those feelings the class is going on you find your convenience to come and learn. Now he is beyond whether you come or not doesn't affect him. He is in serving the Lord in doing his classes. If you come, it is good for you. Drop all notions, sentiments, etc. आके बैठ जाओ बस. चलिए हम आज का स्वामी आंख बंद करके क्लास बोलते कौन आ रहे कौन जा रहे कौन कितने दुखी है इज नॉट वॉचिंग इन दैट वे. So, in this way, we have to discover for ourselves from within, awakening our intellect, using it for right thinking, knowing in what is our redemption, doing that only consistently, not allowing anything distracting to enter into us or we enter into it. In that way, keep on, Charaiveti, Charaiveti. So, thank God, Bhagavatam, we have entered into this last chapter for next 2 or 3 days. Let us do the parayana of it now. ओम श्री कृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः. श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणं दशम स्कंधः निरोधस्यानुशयनम् आत्मनः सह शक्तिभिः उत्तरार्धः अथ 90तमोऽध्यायः. श्रीशुक उवाच. Let us chant 14 shlokas and how many ever we can see. Om Sukham Swapuryam Nivasan Dwarakayam Shriyah Patihi Sarva Sampat Samruddhayam Jushtayam Vrishni Pungavaihi Stribhishchottama Veshavihi Navayauvan Kantivihi Harmyeshu Kandukadhyaistu Kridanti Bhistatidyubhihi Nityam Sankula Margayam मदच्युद्भिर्मतङ्गजैः स्वलङ्कृतैर्भटैरश्वैः रथैश्च कनकोज्ज्वलैः उद्यानोपवनाध्यायां पुष्पितद्रुमराजिषु निर्विशत् भृङ्गविहगैः नादितायां समन्ततः रेमे षोडशसाहस्र पत्नीनाम् एकवल्लभः तावत् विचित्ररूपोऽसौ तद्गृहेषु महर्धिषु प्रोत्फुल्लोत्पलकल्हार कुमुदाम्भोजरेणुभिः वासितामलतोयेषु कूजद्विजकुलेषु च विजहारविगाह्याम्भः ह्रदिनीषु महोदयः कुचकुङ्कुमलिप्ताङ्गः परिरब्धश्च योषिताम् उपगीयमानो गन्धर्वैः अमृदङ्गपणवानकान् वादयद्भिर्मुदा वीणां सूतमागधवन्दिभिः पीत्सिच्यमानोच्युतस्ताभिः हसन्तीभिः स्मरेचकैः प्रतिसिञ्चन् विचिक्रीडे यक्षीभिर्यक्षराडिव ताः क्लिन्नवस्त्रविवृतोरु कुचप्रदेशाः सिञ्चन्त्य उद्धृतबृहत् कबरप्रसूनाः कान्तं स्मरेचक जिहीर्षुतया उपगुह्य जातस्मरोत्सव लसत् वदना विरेजुः कृष्णस्तु तत्स्तन विसज्जित कुङ्कुमस्रक् क्रीडाभिषङ्गधुत कुन्तल वृन्द वन्दः सिञ्चन् मुहुर्युवतिभिः प्रतिषिच्यमानः रेमे करेणुभिरेव पतिः करेणुभिरिवेभ पतिः परीतः नटानां नर्तकीनां च गीतवाद्योपजीविनां क्रीडालङ्कारवासांसि कृष्णोदात् तस्य च स्त्रियः कृष्णस्य एवं विहरतः गत्यालापेक्षितस्मितैः नर्मक्षेळि परिष्वङ्गैः स्त्रीणां किल हृता धियः ऊचुर्मुकुन्दैकधियो धियः गिरः उन्मत्तवज्जडं चिन्तयन्त्योरविन्दाक्षं तानि मे गदतः शृणु ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ श्रीकृष्णा शरणं मम श्रीभागवत शरणं मम श्रीसद्गुरु शरणं मम श्रीसूत शरणं मम श्रीशुकदेव शरणं मम श्रीव्यास शरणं मम श्रीनारद शरणं मम श्रीकुमार शरणं मम श्रीब्रह्मा शरणं मम श्रीविष्णु शरणं मम श्रीपरब्रह्म शरणं मम श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम शरणं मम शरणं मम श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव ॐ मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं स्वर्गे सत्ये च कैलासे वैकुण्ठे नास्त्ययं रसः अतः पिबन्तु सद्भाग्याः मामुञ्चत कर्हिचित् ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ श्रीकृष्णपरब्रह्मणे नमः श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणं दशमस्कन्धः उत्तरार्धः निरोधस्यानुशेनमात्मनः सह शक्तिभिः अथ नवतितमोऽध्यायः 90th chapter has first topic of Krishna's vihara in that Dwaraka Nagari. Then all those patnis of Krishna, intoxicated in devotion to him, love for him, love receiving from him, they talk some words of ecstasy, like a matta only. So they are there in some 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 shlokas. Very high level of devotion it is. The great bhaktas who have totally engross their manabuddhi chitta ahankara indriya sharira ityadi in paramatma bhakti, they alone can understand that height. So because the last chapter na, so that topic will be there. Then uske baad mm, uh, then Bhagavan Krishna, his their santana पूरा मिलकर करोड़ों करोड़ों हो गया. Then Bhagavan thinks कि यार I have finished all dushtas with the help of my own Yaduvamsha. Myself also took the help of Pandavas. अभी ना इनकी संख्या ज्यादा हो गई. They have become bhara to the bhumi for both reasons. One in sankhya, second is what when the number grows, then the Lord also cannot be aware of everybody all the time. And then they also, when the distance grows, they go into the maya and the worldliness. Then they again become dushta. Therefore, let us remove this bhara also. This is what Bhagavan thinks toward the end of this chapter. But that is achieved at the end of the next skandha. After he teaches all the jnanam to Sri Uddhavji. So that will be later on. Now, in the first topic of this last chapter, Bhagavan Krishna's Vihara enjoyment in the Dwaraka Nagari. He is Bhagavan, he is Ishvara. He is not a sannyasi, he is not came here to play the role of Brahmagnani, Brahmanishta, though he is so. But he has come to play Leela in that he will have to give the everything to everyone the way they asked and the way they deserve. तो they need the love also. This many of them need his protection and all. तो उन्होंने उस तरह के संकल्प की और भक्ति की. तो भगवान cannot say no to the bhaktas. Whatever they ask, he has to give. That's his rule. So he just blesses them. So that's the beauty. Now what it is first. ओम श्री कृष्ण परम ब्रह्मणे नमः. श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराणम दशम स्कंद उत्तरार्धः नवतितमः अध्यायः. श्री शुक उवाच. Shukadeva is narrating to Arjun. Parikshit ji is asking entire Krishna Leela's last. What is Sukham Swapuryam Nivasan? So Swapuryam Sukham Nivasan. So Bhagavan was living with all happiness, comfort in his Puri. He has gone through right from childhood, hundreds and thousands of terrible Leelas, terrific Leelas, everything is done. So what is his Swapuri? Dwarakayam. So in that Dwaraka Swapura Nagari, Bhagavan was living very comfortably. Who is the Lord Shriyapatihi, the Lakshmipati Narayana, the Krishna. And what is the Dwaraka Nagari? Sarva Sampat Samruddhayam Dwarakayam Sapuryam Sukham Nivasan. In his Swapuri Dwaraka, which is Sarva Sampat Samruddha. With all the sampadas, the Dwaraka Nagari was Samruddha because he is Shriyapati. With his Sankalpa only, he can make. Along with that, another beauty is Jushtayam Vrishni Pungavaihi. Justam Sevitam. All the Vrishni Pungavas. Elders to him kaho, children, grandchildren. Now they have known he is Bhagavan himself. So they were all in that ardent devotional service to the Lord. So with the love, respect, service of all of them, with all the sampada, samruddhi, Bhagavan was very happy and comfortable in his Swapuri Dwaraka Nagari. Beautiful, no? Sri Rama's, the Ayodhya, Sri Krishna's Dwaraka. These two are the first and last Sapta Moksha Dhama. In that list of 7, whoever has written that shloka, पहले अयोध्या को कहते हैं, लास्ट को द्वारावती. Is it not? अयोध्या मथुरा माया, माया is हरिद्वार, काशी कांची अवंतिका, पुरी द्वारावती, पुरी द्वारावती चैव सप्तैते मोक्षदायिकाः. द्वारावती is Dwaraka. Beautiful. Go and stay there for few months. Every of these Divya Sthala in one Janma, give me no satsang of anything. Take some book if you want, or Krishna Nama, Krishna Japa, Dinbar Karte ho, go to those places and spend time, do some bhajan kirtan, and then ask them the Sthala Purana. They will tell you, fill the heart with Bhakti Bas. Don't allow the mind to go anywhere. एक जन्म में पूरा करने से हृदय में भगवान भर जाए. Then all negativity from the Hrudaya of the Ajnana, Vasana, Kamana, every Hrudaya Granthi will do the Chedanam Vedanam. Give chance to the Lord in this way to help us, bless us, purify us, take us beyond all this Maya Samsara. Beautiful it is. So in the Dwaraka Muri, Bhagavan was happy with all the Sampada and Krishnaya, every one of them are doing Justam Seva to him. Okay, first shloka. Now Stri Bhicha, all the women folk, his own 16,008 wives, they are his, and so many other palaces of his children, grandchildren, उनके उनके पत्नियां भी अपने अपने जगह पे, they were all in a happy mood. So more than that, about Krishna only we are studying. So Krishna, Strivihi, Uttama Veshabhihi, with all of them, Uttama Vesha Bhusha. And I understand what is the meaning of all that. All the dresses, alankara, everything of the highest order. Uttama Veshabhihi. You can see all that in. By some means, those who have become suddenly the Karodpatis, the sports people or the cinema industry wale, suddenly you see they are in Uttama Veshabhi. Whatever they define Uttama. So Strivihi cha Uttama Veshabhihi Nava Yauvana Kantivihi. Yavana Kanti, because all food, luxury, everything is so wonderful. So why will they become old quickly? और काम धंधा भी नहीं है उनको. They're all enjoying. And long life they used to live. No pollutions of all this. Mind is pure. They were all based in that Yavana Nava Kanti. All these women, his wives, and many others also. Then Harmiyeshu, in their big palatial buildings, having one, two, three, four, पता नहीं कितने storied buildings है. Harmiyeshu, Kandukadyehi Kridanti vihi, playing all the playthings. Kanduka, देखो, with गोला मतलब बॉल जो कहते हैं गेंद, कंदुका में ही क्रीडंती. कंदुका आदि मीन्स वेराइटी ऑफ द स्पोर्ट्स. they are so active, dynamic. Whatever the sports that are possible at that time, they were enjoying the kridas. Bindas, nothing to worry. The Lord Krishna is taking care, and they all have that love and surrender to them. Then Kandukadhyaitu kridantivihi tatit dyuvihi. So they were all like with the dyu, the kanti, the tatit, the lightning. है ना, विद्युत कांति के समान चमक धमक लगते हुए all of them were enjoying the variety of sports. We have seen in childhood how many types of sports we used to play physically, not like nowadays watching on TV or all the games on the computer. करके only mental tension. Body is not moving anywhere. Very विचित्र ना. Remember always, when the body is at one place, mind runs, is the worst of the disease of a human being. It should be the other way around. The body should keep on running, mind should remain calm and quiet. Is a healthy life. But आजकल ये उल्टा हो गया. Anyway, so they were all playing the playthings, the skipping of the ropes may be there, छुपा छुपी भी खेलेंगे, चाहे they are all his wives, elders, तो क्या, kitty kitty party में all the women folk, what do? Every childhood game where they lost in the childhood, same things they play and they lose even now. All those in Delhi विल्ली जगह में आप देखो, so many all the north hi-fi class में 60-70 people with all the makeup, June cup, color on the head, lipstick, vanity bag, vanity face, everything vanity. Ever don't feel bad, it is your life. Whoever to comment. And they play all the chitra vichitra things. So like childhood they played एक टांग में चलना, है ना, पकड़ना दूसरे को. तो दे प्ले इट एंड दे नीड नॉट टू डू एनी जंपिंग बिकॉज एक ही टांग काम कर रहा है. नॉर्मली यू वॉक, दैट इज द गेम. Isn't it? So if they can play, these are all young wives of him and all, so they were all playing only to show that there is freedom in the mind. There are two things. When you play, you become free in mind. When you are free in the mind, you live life like a play or game. Why freedom? Because the Lord is there. They have surrendered to Him and He is taking care of them. और किस बात का टेंशन है बताओ? They have earned that by their many lives of punya, upasana, isn't it? And just listen to this. How bright, brilliant, ecstatic, joyful, dynamic must be this Dwarka Nagari at that time. So was Ayodhya during Ramji's ruling. So that is why in the last chapter that topic beautifully is kept. Like cinema में भी आखिरी scene में all the hero, heroine, in-laws, outlaws, friends, everyone they play, then शुभम करके वो लोग देते ताकि घर जाने वाले रोए ना, क्योंकि अब तक तो रोते ही आते पूरे सिनेमा में. कम से आखिरी शॉट में लास्ट में कम से कम थोड़ा उनको सबको मिलाओ, हंसाओ जबरदस्ती. हाँ, सिडनी में सब ठीक ठाक है ना, दिस फेलो पेड मनी टू क्राई, ही विल गो हैप्पी. Here also, though all Leelas were beautiful only, different Vale, but toward the end, Vyasji wants to give the joyful Leela of Krishna and his family and all. So the himself was enjoying being served by all the Vrishni Pungavas and all the women folk in their own way. They were all enjoying. So childlike playing the sports, every one of them. Many times we should drop the old fellow's childish life and live like childlike sometimes. Childish छोड़कर childlike जीना सीखना है. What it is, you all know how to do it and all. Anyway, so here Kridanti vihi tatit dyubihi. They were all in the kanti like the lightning only. मतलब खेलते खेलते दूसरे देखोगे दूर से तो दे आर नॉट सीन ऑल दैट वे. देन what about the whole Dwaraka Nagari? Nityam Samkula Margayam, full of the traffic always in that entire Nagari of Dwaraka. To say people are active, people are dynamic, their sales, purchases, everything was going on so beautifully. Sankula Marga. That Sankula Marga shows the dynamism of that people of that city. Like you can see the Bombay. बॉम्बे नेवर स्लीप्स. 1:40 से लेकर 4:50 तक, 4:20 तक सोते हो, 4:10 तक. अदर देन दैट देयर इज नो नाइट. वेरी फेमस मुंबई सिटी इन द होल वर्ल्ड फॉर इट्स एक्टिवनेस एंड डायनामिज्म. No city, I think, there in the world like that. City which never sleeps. Some name it is given to them. Nityam Sankula Margaya. And anybody want to come out of laziness, lethargy, na, go and stay in Bombay for 2 months. In your relative's place or yourself, you can't be lazy there. You have to be dynamic. भागते रहना. जिंदगी नहीं रुकेगी वहाँ. We have stayed for a good time there to observe all that. So Nityala Sankula Margaya. People are not lazy at home, sleeping, eating buffalo ki tarah. They just move, go out, meet each other, do their business, work. Wah, Nityam Sankula Margaya. So many other things, the sports, the entertainments, the eateries, सब कुछ है. डायनामिक सिटी मानो. नित्यम संकुल मार्गायाम मदच्युद्भिर मतंग जयहि. Oh, huge number of elements with मदच्युतम, है ना. मदच्युद्भिर मतंग जय, मतंग जयहि. The elephants is full of the matta mada gamanam. They are all seen, which is a sign of richness. Then su alankritaihi bhataihi, and all the soldiers well dressed, well clad. Ashvaihi, on the horses also. Rathaihi cha, lots of chariots. Kanaka ujjalaihi, beautifully decorated, well made with the gold. So this you can show in a very big cities. दुबई वैसे जगह पे जितने राइज ज़्यादा होते हैं. Some cities of UK or America, even in India, there are some cities, some places, some pockets. You can see these things in some newly developed areas around old areas of every of the state. है ना. Like Delhi is there, outskirts में जाओ. Noida is there, outskirts में जाओ. The greater Noidas, new Noidas. Gurgaon में beyond DLF if you go. And even Amritsar and all that outer Naya Amritsar बोलते हैं. There you can see the people with all big cars. है ना. Lamborghini, I don't know क्या बोलते हैं. In all these Alishan gated communities and with every facilities, and the cars come and the door gets opened in full dressed, all the watchman gatekeeper salute करके दरवाजा खोलना. And online में anything you book comes. So as you can see in today's world, it is not less even that time also. Kanaka ujvalai rathaihi ashvaihi su alankritaihi bhataihi madachudbir matangajaihi sankula margayam nityam. So शब्दों के द्वारा हमको वर्णन करके दिखा रहे how rich and beautiful was द्वारका नगरी. It shows spirituality doesn't mean the भिखमंगे का तरह रहना. That is inside you are rejecting everything for yourself because you are in the bliss of the self or discovering that bliss of self. But there are only few people, and even after discovering also, for the sake of play, you can be active, dynamic in creating things and giving to people. Like all Rishi Muni, they don't enjoy anything because they are in the Brahmananda. उसके सामने तो फीका है. But they just do their tapasya and say, oh Lord, if these children asking this, that thing, bhoga, अथवा दे दो उनको. They only will get fed up after some time. They will definitely become the bhaktas. All the Mahatmas seated in Himalayas praying for all of us. That is why we are getting all bhoga, not because of our punyas. They just to say बच्चे लोग इंडियंस हैं, हिंदू सनातन में थोड़ा एंजॉय करने दो. दे आर हैविंग ऑल स्पिरिचुअल संस्कार बट थोड़ा ब्लॉक्स आए थे, ये सारे निकल जाएंगे. दे ओनली बिकम स्पिरिचुअल. दे रिकमेंड द गॉड, दे रिक्वेस्ट गॉड. सो देयरफॉर वी गेट ऑल द थिंग्स. So anyway, so Lord Krishna's Dwaraka was rich. Dwaraka is not only for Krishna. Krishna is not the only one there. He is also not all alone. He has got so many wives and all. ये सन्यासी अवतार नहीं है, याद रख लेना. ये पक्का गृहस्थ, 16,000 गृहस्थ होलसेल इन 1 पर्सन. इतना घमासान अवतार है वो. In that again 10 children with each one. बाप रे, उनके how many daughters, that is not mentioned. It is not that Krishna has only 10 sons. वो तो मेंशन किया, बेटियां भी होंगे बहुत सारे, उनका लिस्ट कहीं नहीं आया। कहीं और दूसरे पुराण में होगा, इधर नहीं दिया, उनके भी नाम लिखते जो बड़ा हो जाएगा। कृष्ण भगवान He is Ishwar. That is the Ishwaratva. देखो, don't just follow all the nonsense of other religions who try to find only the faults and shortcomings. Lord knows, when we ourselves know the whole world is mithya and maya, भगवान को नहीं पता क्या? He is just playing his own Ananta Shakti, expressing it in this one variety form. In each of the avatar, in one way expresses Ananta Shakti. In Krishna Avatara, in this lavishness, luxury, in that way he expresses along with doing every avatar what he has to do when he comes. As कभी भी भगवान के प्रति ये सब कहानियां बनेगा, कोई अश्रद्धा नहीं आना चाहिए, संशय नहीं होना. Look all of that from the highest spiritual standpoint. Why Bhagavan did? That's a wrong question. Answer is, he is Bhagavan, therefore he will do everything, yet he is not caught up. For that matter, not only the 16 laws and whys and all, whole universe is his only, his expression only. सारे स्थूल शरीर उन्होंने बनाया, सूक्ष्म उन्होंने बनाया, कारण उन्होंने बनाया, हर जीव वही है. जीव भूता महाबाहो येदम झारते जगत. अब उस दृष्टि से देखो, व्हाट इज देयर इन दिस वर्ल्ड व्हिच इज नॉट गॉड, isn't it? So in any way, when you read these stories, earlier conditioned होकर हमारा मन जो है, तो स्पिरिचुअलिटी मतलब सब त्याग करके ऐसे एक नाक बंद करके ऐसे एक कान टांग पे खड़े होकर करना है. ये क्या भगवान कृष्ण स्पिरिचुअल है, इस सब में कैसे इंडल्ज हो रहे? ही इज नॉट इंडल्जिंग, ही इज प्लेइंग द स्पोर्ट. What is the difference between sport playing and indulgence? In indulgence, we die without it and we enjoy, we involve in it only to die. In the sport, whether it is there or not, he is equally at ease and peace. That is the way of sport. He is expressing his Shakti, that's all. So, नित्यं संकुलमार्गायां मदच्युद्भिर मतंगजैः सु अलंकृतैः भटैः अश्वैः रथैः कनकोज्ज्वलैः उज्ज्वल bright brilliant with the golden decoration or covering to the entire all the rathas जितने भी हैं. In the modern India also, as I just now said, compared 30-40 years back, है ना, एक पूरे सेक्टर नोएडा में 100 हाउस है तो 10 कारें होते थे. अभी 100 घर है तो 400 कार होते. इसलिए इट हैज बिकम सो congested. Everybody went to greater Noida, big complexes, and then they you see नीचे सब कारें दिखेंगे और घरों में सर बेकार लोग बैठे रहेंगे without doing anything or doing something worldly. Some are there spiritual. You know, it's all nothing in the Puranas is now new and alien to us, because the science world has changed so much that for everything of Purana we have an example. Here we talk about the elephants, horses, and chariots in Purana. In today's world, you see the peoples with 3 crore ka two-wheeler. Two-wheeler of 3 crore. How many youngsters, how many MLA MP के बच्चों के पास है, देखो ये सिनेमा वालों के पास 10 crores of cars, etc. Choppers, their own. Moving, घूम ही रहे सब लोग. हाँ, some of them have their own steamers, they have big आलिशान buildings, farm houses. तो ये जो लिखा है उसको आप इस तरफ से आज के दुनिया में देखना चाहिए. So if it is possible now, why not at that time too? And luckily all were in devotion and service to the God. The outer things were giving only them that comfort required to be free in the mind so that they can serve the Lord. But that should not become justification to us कि हम भी थोड़ा भोग एंजॉय करेंगे, फिर 10 जन्म के बाद भगवान की भक्ति करेंगे, तब तक पूरा सत्यानाश हो जाएगा. Try to understand properly. Then Udyana Upavana Adhyayam. Rich their houses. Of all these Krishnas, Patnis, everything is Udyana or Upavana. In the entire Dwaraka Nagari, Antapura mein, Udyana, Upavana. Upavana is a small outskirts of forest. Usse choda Udyana. Udyana is the gardens, the parks, which we made deliberately, consciously with our effort. Udyana. Upavana is those forests only, but not visited by the big wild animals, etc. There one can go for outing. So Udyana Upavana Adhyam. And how this Udyana Upavana were? Pushpita Druma Rajishu. With every of the tree having fully blossomed flowers in them. Then Nirvishat being inhabited by Bhrunga Vihangai. In every of the tree and the flowers, the trees over Vihanga and around the flowers, the Bhrunga, they were all doing what? Naditayam Samantataha. They were all doing that beautiful Nada, Ananda Nada. Because they all are getting these fruits there, Makaranda Ityadi. How beautiful, no? What a description. भृङ्गावळी च मकरन्दरसानुविद्धझङ्कारगीतनिनदै सहसेव्यनाय सेवनाय निर्यात्युपान्तसरसी कमलोदरेभ्य श्रीवेङ्कटाचलपते तव सुप्रभातम्. We will do सुप्रभातम in हिंदी. अच्छी तरह वेंकटेश्वर भगवान का मजा आएगा. धीरे धीरे कहूँगा. इतना वेदांत और ये सब पढ़ाए तो I will not go into details. I will only explain the main meaning, and together we revel in that joy, because information already is given last 6,000 classes. So in this way, Bhranga, Vihanga, मधुपमधुर गूंजत छे बिलहि शोभन बरणी न सख अहिराज जहाँ प्रगट रघुवीर विराज. Here also when Krishna is there taking care of the Dwaraka Nagari, Vana, Upavana, Udyana, full of the flowers, fruits, inhabited by the birds and all the honey bees, and doing their Gana of Anandaras. Aha! It is, isn't it? Nirvishat Bhrunga Vihagaihi Naditayam Samantata. Habituated to the noise of the metros, cars, and sirens, and other pollutions of cooker sounds and calling bells and cell phone sounds and jhum jam music of Bartan Tod. In today's modern music को मैंने नाम दिया बर्तन तोड़ म्यूजिक. नीचे डालो चम्मच कटोरी, डम डम डम. That is the music. We are all lost in this sound इतना कि एक दिन ये आवाज नहीं है तो we become पागल. To such as these type of the divine joy of the birds chirping, the bhrunga making their sound, that wonderful winds blowing, bringing the fragrance of ripened fruits as well as fully blossomed flowers, with cool air coming from the lotus ponds, etc. अब वो आनंद ये सिर्फ सपना ही है. Thank God in YouTube and all, they show so many, but they're all only TV you are seeing, not real, no? Imagine कैसा होगा. But luckily in many big countries, no, like Japan and all, they made it compulsory for visiting this nature, visiting all. वहाँ रहकर पेड़ को हक करके 5 मिनट हवा करना चाहिए, या नहीं तो पेड़ फूलों के पास जाकर उसका 10 मिनट बात करें. All of that they made nowadays. Very good, you can see. Even the no water, full oil deserts also, like UAE in Dubai, पूरा world में famous flower gardens, flower parks are there. They are doing it. It is wonderful. It is. So Dwaraka Nagari was that way. It shows people were fond of all this. That means they are dynamic. And for them to enjoy all this, there should be people who create and manage that. So they were there. That means the employment is full, entertainment is full, enjoyment is full, activeness, dynamism, fully it was there. Doesn't mean भगवान कृष्ण सब कुछ देखभाल कर रहे हैं, चलो हम सो जाते हैं. No. They are prosperous, they are enjoying, they are creative, etc. Next comes Reme. Lord was enjoying. Shodasha Sahasra Patninam. Of 16,008 wives, Ekavallabha, the one most beloved, Lord husband, Tavat Vichitra Rupaha. He is taking so many rupas, pleasing each one of them. देखो ये महिमा भगवान का रेयर है, यूनिक है, कहीं ज्यादा मेंशन नहीं करते हैं. बट यू शुड नो बाय दिस दैट हाउ महायोगी इज भगवान, दैट साइमल्टेनियसली टेक्स 16,008 forms and he is with all those his wives. We just brush aside it one, this topic. Is it not enough to say that he is Paramatma? So, Tavad Vichitra Rupaha Asau Tad Gruheshu Mahardishu. in those highly rich houses of every one of them taking 16,008 forms suitable to each of those wives. Bhagavan was doing that grahastha ashrama. He's not, Krishna is one, but he's not in the same form every house, creating boredom. And each of those women, wives, want the husband in their own choice. अलग अलग होते हैं ना, वो प्रेम करने वाला चाहिए, काम कराने वाले चाहिए, वो डोमिनेंट वाले चाहिए, सेवा कर, दे have भगवान इन एवरी हाउस ही acts like that. That is the meaning of तावद विचित्र रूपा. विचित्र is not funny. विचित्र means variety of the रूपास. है ना, कोई घर में पतले, कोई घर में दुबले, कोई मोटे, कोई तगड़े, कोई हाइट. He'll be in different forms. Maybe some places mustache and dadi. If for some of wives they want him to be like that. In some of them full shaved. Yes, ठीक है. कुछ घर में सारा सेवा कृष्ण को ही करना है, शी विल वॉच टीवी. कृष्ण सेज ओके. In other house, Krishna should watch TV, she'll do everything. Bhagavan is okay. In one house, she says कि 24 घंटे मेरे साथ रहो. He says okay. In other house, क्या मेरे साथ चिपके रहे, तो भाग बाहर. I just want to be with my friends. Krishna says okay. That is the meaning of Vichitra Rupaha. So, Tad Gruheshu Mahardeshu. Highly rich, beautiful houses, all that Krishna was reveling. Then, how those houses were? Pra Utfulla, and very fully blossomed. Kalahara, Kumuda. These are all the variety of plants and flowers. Ambhoja, Renubihi, even the lotus. And their Renubihi, Vasita Amalatoyeshu. So they were all beautiful, these plants, flowers giving trees, so too small little ponds and lakes in every house of them, in which the waters were so fresh, having the paragarenu of all these lotuses, etc., adding beauty to that. And again, Kujat Dvija Kuleshu Cha. In every of the house, lots of chirping birds making that beautiful sound of their joy and their gratitude. In that Venkatesha Prabhatam, we will see the Bhranga and the Tota, all these things express their joy to the Lord for giving them the life and the food, etc. मजेदार है, स्तोत्र पढ़ेंगे तो यहाँ इस तरह से every of their houses were full of the lakes and ponds and beautiful those lake pond whatever the plants and the flowers, the fragrances, the pollen grains and big trees, their flowers and the fruit trees and the birds, the chirping. Every house was like that, not a dry place. इसका अर्थ क्या है? All of them were taken care, means so many people were there, they were responsible and all active, dynamic. That means they are Shuddha Sattva Guni with Rajo Guna, not Tamo Guni, once in a while just zero Sattva. वो तो हम है, उन दिनों में ऐसा नहीं. You can see in some places how much busy they are. Still, they take out time for the nature, for that making at house only variety of gardens and all. They are all great yogis. They are not in tamo rajo. We on the name of spirituality ना ये करते हैं ना वो करते हैं. सोच के उठते हैं क्लास में आकर क्लास में भी सो जाते हैं. मैं अपनी बात कह रहा हूँ. They are very dynamic. In this way, Protfulla उत्पल कलहार कूद अंभोज रेणुभिः वासित अमलतोयेषु कूजत द्विज कुलेषु च. He was there in those parks, gardens, lakes, ponds. He was enjoying with them. Vijahara, he just did vihara and enjoyment. Vigahya ambha. So in all these small little lakes, ponds, Krishna was reveling. Hradhinishu, little bigger ones also. Maha Udayaha, the Lord with all powers and richness. Then Kusha Kunkuma Lipta Angaha Parirabdhascha Yoshitam. So all the wives, them in each of the place, they were also playing with him in that pranaya prema. Then at that time, Upagiyamanaha Gandharvaihi. The Gandharvas were singing the glory of Krishna and his avatar and Leela and his other avatars or even Narayana ka Mahima. ये गंधर्व लोग गाना गा रहे थे. Then मृदंग बाजा चल रहा था, पणवा वाजा चल रहा था, आनका, then etc. Then वीणा वादयद्भिः मुदा. So singing Gandharvas and musical wale and dancers, they were all making Lord Krishna and all enjoy that Suta Magada Vandibihi. So other side, those who praise the entire Vamsha Achara, Vamsha Mahima, Vamsha achievements. So Vandi Magad Jana Apne Vandana और गदनम कर रहे थे. देव गंधर्वास, they were doing their singing and dancing and musical instrument. I mean, at the call of Lord, they will come. Wonderful. Like as we said, there are some category of people in every part of the every country in the world. In our place also, they just invite different cultural program musicians और they enjoy करते जाते हैं. They sponsor and all, they do it. अभी भी हो रहा है. आप लोग भी कितने बार आपने घर में भजन संध्या कराया होगा. है ना, वेद मंत्रोच्चारण कराए होंगे, पंडितों को बुलाकर पूजा करवाए होंगे. So in this way you have to interpret it. Upagiyamanaha gandharvaihi mridanga padavanakanu adayadvihi muda veenam vadayadvihi sutamagada vandibhihi. So Lord was enjoying in that way, in a festivity all the time. Then when they were in the ponds playing Holi ki tarah, शिच्यमानः अच्युतः ताभिः हसन्तीभिः स्म रेचकैः. तो भगवान कृष्ण हंसते मजाक में उन वो लोग उनको कृष्ण के ऊपर रेच का मतलब पिचकारी पानी खींचकर रेचन करते हैं ना. So through rechanam of that instrument, they were just doing the sinchana of the colorful waters or the waters on Krishna. Pratishinchan, Lord also was reciprocating. Vichikride, he was enjoying Yakshi Bihi Yaksharad Iva. That Yakshalok mein Kuberji and others, how they revel in this way in Dwaraka Nagari, Lord Krishna was reveling. And don't imagine, 24 घंटे वही कर रहे थे. One part of the day or once in a week, that also has been included in that. That's it. नहीं तो अगेन डोंट थिंक देर ऑल भोगी एंड फॉरगॉटन ऑल दैट. अपने नित्य पूजाएं अनुष्ठान ये भी चलते रहते हैं. दे हैव नथिंग टू लूज और गेन. दे आर इन दैट मोस्ट डिवोशन टू द लॉर्ड बिकॉज देयर पुण्य ही इज गिविंग देयर फला. वेदर दे वांट इट और नॉट, भगवान जो ले लो, यू आर माय भक्त, आई एम गिविंग द एंजॉयमेंट फॉर माय सेक, यू एंजॉय. कभी आप बंदे को कोई गिफ्ट देते हो, वो मना करते तो आप कहते हो मेरे वास्ते रखो, एंड रियली यू टेक इट एंड यू एंजॉय फॉर दैट पर्सन सेक. So these are all like that we have to imagine. Okay, yeah. Then his play in this 10th, 11th, 12th sloka, wonderful it is. Just entertaining enjoyment. They are there. We'll just see them tomorrow. Sarvam Krishna Arpanam. So 4 दिन लगेगा हमको, 3 दिन नहीं. थोड़ा ऐसे ही पढ़ेंगे because it's the last chapter. I don't calculate it as much as it takes time. ओम श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव. श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव. ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमो. श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय. ओम नीलमेघ श्याम कृष्ण नित्य जगन मोहन कृष्ण बाल गोपाल कृष्ण भव्य मंगलम वेणुगानलोल कृष्ण वेदांत वेद्य कृष्ण नवनीत चोर कृष्ण नित्य मंगलम भक्तजनाधार कृष्ण परम दयावार्धि कृष्ण मुक्ति संधायक कृष्ण मूर्ति मंगलम. गीतामृतदात कृष्ण परम योगीश कृष्ण पार्थ सारथ कृष्ण सर्वमंगलम राम सर्वमंगलम सद्गुरु सर्वमंगलम. ओम नदत्र सूर्यो भाद्र चंद्र देवादितो बांधुतो तवेर भान्धवस्य भास नारायणाय भयवाद तन्नो विष्णु मंगलम. श्री कुरुक्षेत्र नक्ष्वारसाद्रुपाय गीता व्यासाय विष्णुपाय व्यासुपनमोय ब्रह्मनिधे योगीन्द्राय नमस्तस्मै शुकाय ब्रह्मणे संसार सर्वनष्ट विष्णुनाथ मोचन आ ब्रह्मलोकादाशेषादेरि मे गुरु. बोल श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय. श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण रूप श्री कृष्ण परब्रह्म परमात्मा की जय. श्री वेद व्यास सुखदेव सूतादि भागवताचार्य की जय. बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय, सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम संकीर्तन गोविंदा गोविंद। बोलो भाई समस्त श्रोता भक्त साधक सेवक उपासक जिज्ञासु धर्म संस्थापक गण की जय। भारत माता की जय, सनातन धर्म की जय, वैदिक संस्कृति की जय, श्रुति स्मृति पुराण इतिहास शास्त्र परंपरा की जय, आध्यात्मिक जीवन की जय। Thank you for your patient listening, my respected friends, sadhakas, co-sadhakas. Keep it up. Yeah, join in 3-4 minutes for the study of Adhyatma, Ramayana, Ramagita.